Good evening, Professor. You know your problem child always got to make things complicated. So I know you said we can be flexible on how to present our self-care jar. So, well, here goes mine. It's going to take a couple minutes, so sit back and relax. Let's start with, as you can see, it's two parts to my self-care jar. So I'm going to explain them separately. On my self-care jar, I could not decide what I was going to put on here. So the first thing I put on here that came to mind was I'm a social worker. I have superpowers. It took me 7 years to get this social work degree. So I'm really, really proud of that. And that's who represents me. This right here, which says I vote, I put this on here because it reminds me of my childhood. I was fortunate enough to grow up in the civil rights movement era. And all I remember is, as a child, African Americans denied the right to vote. So that helped shape who I am today as far as voting civil engagement. And in the field of social work, we have so many ways that you can make a living that my ambition is to become a political social worker. So this is why I have this on here. It says social worker, I vote. I've been voting since 1979, so that has really been a part of me. On this jar, I came up with part of who I am is my spirituality. And I've had a lot of difficulties where I've had to go to people just to support and love me. So one of the things that get me through is my spirituality. So this is what I represent here. On this side over here is my new business cards because I do have two business I want to start. This is my future. It's Feed My Sheep Ministry, which is a holistic approach, believe it or not, to addressing the mind, the body, and soul for 18 to 24-year-olds. And I came up with this, well, God bless this idea with me in 2000. I'm sorry, yeah, the year 2000. And also, the other thing is Hip Hop to the Ballot Box. The last thing on this jar is all of who I am. I'm family, I'm a friend, I belong to a church, heavily involved in my community, full-time student, I work 2 jobs, plenty of enemies. And the last thing that I noticed that surprised me was I always put myself last. And once again, even on my jar, I'm last. So this is my jar. And inside of my jar, you asked us to put 3 things that relates to us. These are the things of my first submission. The first thing is what blessed me these last couple weeks. Well, the things I was blessed with this last couple weeks was grace, favor, mercy, and agape love. That's what the things I was blessed with. I was also blessed with family, finally walking in my purpose, having a very support system, and a community that I love and appreciate. The last thing in my jar is my prayer request. And that one of the things I want to do is more self-love. I really believe that I need to love myself more and appreciate me more. And of course, there's always room to walk a closer walk with God. So that's my jar for that. Part 2 is, I know I took it beyond, but for some reason, it just started expanding. So what I'm calling my box here is the Whole Health Clarn, but I can't pronounce the last name. And this box right here holds all of who I am now too also. I'm gonna start here. I live in a Park Heights community. I love Park Heights. Of course, Park Heights represents 21215. Right here, I'm a true advocate in the healthcare movement. I'm particularly federally qualified for our healthcare centers. I always believe that I want to give the voice to the voiceless, so that represents me right there. For some reason, I've been designated myself as the diva to get the word out for the census because I know how important it is, which creates the money in the community. As you can see, I've been involved since 2010, and 10 years later, I'm still involved. And of course, my life represents plenty of prayer. And it says, praise, repent, ask, and yield. and sometimes I have a problem yielding. So this right here is my academic side. Recipient of the HBCUs. Coppin is my pride. This is where I got my teeth. Just a strong foundation for my academic world. And of course, inside the box, we have what we call the whole health. These areas, I don't know, this was the last thing I decided to do, and I know I'm not sure how this came to be, but I'm sure in time I'll figure out why I did this. But right now, I just know that it had to be part of the box. Again, these are work in progress. This is who I am. I know this will continue to work. How do I feel about this project that we had to do? First of all, I thought it was going to be a simple project, which it didn't turn out to be. It was a little more complicated than I thought it would be. I had an opportunity to really explore who I am, which now it opened the door for me to learn other parts of me. So again, thank you for giving me this opportunity to start this project, and I will continue to do more. Thank you.